No rest in the Pacific. There's been 4 pretty good-sized earthquakes in California in the last 30 minutes. So you can see here, 37 minutes ago, Westmoreland was almost a 4, a 3.8. Westmoreland 31 minutes ago, a 3.5, then a 3.1, and almost a 6, 18 minutes ago on the west coast of California, 5.7 magnitude. So that's pretty substantial. All of them in between almost 4s and 6s, 4 earthquakes in 30 minutes in Southern California. We had a little bit of a break in Hawaii, but of course it's back active. You guys can see Hawaii, Hawaii, Hawaii. And the articles are saying Hawaii braces for major volcanic eruption, prepares possible evacuation of 2,000 more people. Scientists are warning that a steam-driven volcanic eruption could occur virtually without warning. The danger comes from the lava level that is dropping inside the volcano. If it falls below the water table, water will pour onto the lava, generating steam that will likely explode from the summit in a shower of rocks, ash, and sulfur dioxide gases. Hawaii civil defense officials say boulders as big as refrigerators could be tossed a half-mile, and ash plumes could soar as high as 20,000 feet, spread over a 12-mile area. Steve Brantley, the deputy scientist in charge for the U.S. Geological Survey's Hawaiian Volcano Observatory, says, "We've got all the warning signs we need. There may not be any additional warning before the magma actually starts moving up to the surface." Basically saying they can only move about 226 people, one convoy at a time. So they haven't issued the mandatory evacuation for the next area, although they have 2 more fissures that have opened up, one quite a distance away from the other 14. And they're saying, the civil defense officials are saying, be prepared to evacuate immediately. Thank goodness I got a screenshot of that I just showed you guys, that I just happened to be checking at the time that they were posting the California earthquakes. And this is exactly what Dutch is always talking about. Dutch Sense is always talking about how they fudge the numbers. And he has to check seismographs from lots of different countries and lots of different agencies to get the true numbers. Because USGS is always erasing earthquakes, hiding earthquakes, lowering numbers that tons of other seismographs pick up. It's verifiable, but they're crafting a sort of narrative about earthquakes. So he's always complaining about the corruption, of the USGS and stuff. And I just happened to catch it right now, as you guys see from the screenshot that I originally put up when I was talking about the California earthquakes. And now look, 5 or 10 minutes later, they've erased the 5.7. It's gone from Westmoreland. All these California earthquakes are there, and they've erased the 5.7 that you can go back to the beginning of the video and see it was there. But now they have today's largest quake was the one in Japan, 5.1. And we've been on Mega Quake Watch for Japan area, so it's actually good news that we've had a couple of 5s there, because if you get a swarm of 5s, that's sort of equivalent to a mega quake, because it's all about energy release. So we'd rather it break up and swarm out in several 5s than to have the 8.0 that we're expecting. So the Quake Watch isn't over by any means, but that is a good sign that energy is being released in smaller increments. But anyway, my point is, you guys saw it with your own eyes. There was almost a 6.0 earthquake on the West Coast that has now been erased. And that's what a lot of people said in Hawaii too, with the 6.9. Several of the people said, we have earthquakes in Hawaii all the time. We know what earthquakes feel like, and that what we felt was much larger than a 6.9. But even with the doctored numbers, you can't deny, look at this, still 42,430 earthquakes in the past 365 days. That's a record, never been that high. And among those 42,000 in the last 365 days, we had the 8.1 in Mexico. We had the 8.2 in Alaska that was marked down to a 7.9. Now we've had this 6.9 in Hawaii, and we're expecting something in Japan. But so far today, we're only at a 5.1 for Japan. So I'd say keep an eye out on the West Coast tonight. That's an awful lot of activity for 1 hour. I love you guys. Stay safe. God bless you and your families.